of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everybody. This is a special night for two of our high school students, and we're going to take the time to recognize their achievement.
The school committee and the superintendent would like to acknowledge and congratulate Mount Hope High School senior Adita Mehta on being awarded the 2022 National Merit Scholarship Award. Of the 1.5 million entrants, Etta was one of the finalists who was selected to receive a Merit Scholarship Award. In the history of Mount Hope, she is one of a select few who have received this award. Adita has distinguished herself in a wide variety of ways at Mount Hope High School. Academically, Adita is one of the top students while maintaining an impressive unweighted GPA of 4.2 and a weighted GPA of 4.8 in an extremely demanding program of study of honors level, advanced math placement, and EEP coursework. She has performed beyond our highest level math courses at Mount Hope High School and is taking AP Calculus BC this year as an independent study. Adita leadership both inside and outside of our school community and outstanding academic achievement truly set her apart from most young women her age. In addition to her academic excellence, she is also a three-sport athlete, and her service to the community is nothing short of inspirational. After graduation, Adita plans to study toward a career in biomedical engineering. Congratulations, Adita. The school committee and the superintendent would like to acknowledge and congratulate Mount Hope High School senior Eva White on being named the 2000. On being named the 2021-22 Student Athlete of the Year of Rhode Island. Eva was recognized as one of the two recipients of the Rhode Island Intergalactic League Award presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Rhode Island. She is only the second student at Mount Hope to receive this honor. A dual high school and Rhode Island college student, Eva White is the valedictorian of her class with a 4.939 GPA, while taking almost entirely honors and AP courses. She has collected multiple academic excellence awards over the course of her high school career and will bring that wealth of knowledge with her to the U.S. Naval Academy. Where she hopes to study nuclear engineering and compete in either swimming or tennis. White excelled in both sports at Mount Hope, serving as captain for both and setting 7 school records in swimming, while earning the title of 2022 Swimmer of the Year by the Swim Coaches Association. She played at #1 singles for the Huskies tennis team, helping Mount Hope to the 2019 Division II championship and in another appearance in the 2021 Division II finals. An all-state musician and a member of Mount Hope's marching band, White is proficient in piano and flute and this year earned Southern New England honors in band. In addition, she is a member of the World Language and National Honor Societies and is a member of Mount Hope's Math Team and Science Olympiad. She also sails and volunteers with Rhode Island Races Rhode Island and Swim Across America. Eva excels in all that she does and is a fantastic representative of sports and academics in Rhode Island, said Mount Hope Athletic Director Christy Bly. Congratulations. Photos. You want to tell the name? Yeah. I figured you would.
Oh, to Peter's Navy.
Very proud of these young women for their accomplishments. And it's a pleasure to have known them for a long time in our district. So thank you very much. All right, we're moving on to public comment. Mr. Hewitt. No, you're up for public comment. Mr. Hewitt.
We're saving her.
We are saving.
I'm putting her in touch with some Naval Academy graduates.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very
What I want to speak about was social emotional learning. I've addressed this subject before and my concerns about it when Mr. Andrade was the superintendent and also Mr. Bryce. I've also had conversations with Ms. Riley and exchanged some emails with her. It's been my position for a long time that social emotional learning is a curricular that eats away at a teacher's time that should be spent more on the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic. More recently, I've been convinced that in many schools, social emotional learning curricular is simply another insidious insertion of critical race theory ideology into the public school curriculum. More recently, Ms. Riley has indicated she's piloting a couple of SEL programs, one of which is called Second Steps. I reviewed Second Steps. I've communicated with Ms. Riley my concern for it because as far as I am concerned, it is replete with CRT jargon, CRT concepts. It is another example of a Trojan horse, and that should be horse, but then again, I'm from Massachusetts, so a Trojan horse insidiously inserting itself into what is now, if that's accepted as part of the curriculum, into the Bristol Warren public school systems. And I hope Ms. Riley and I hope the school committee would look and Google Second Steps curricula and see for yourselves the extent to which it is a Trojan horse for CRT ideology. And I would hope that Ms. Riley, having piloted the program, would agree and not accept that curricula for Bristol Warren schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hewitt. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to public comment, before we go to the consent agenda, I need to make a correction on the minutes. The date is incorrect. It should be April 25th.
Oh.
All right, I need a motion to accept the consent agenda.
Did we take off? Was E taken off?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. The other thing I need to tell you is that letter E is removed from the consent agenda. All right, could I have a motion to accept it?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you.
Can I ask one question with the monthly financials now that it's been accepted? It is just a follow-up from the budget subcommittee meeting? Is that okay?
I'm not going to stop.
You were going to get us the overages, the explanations?
I apologize. I haven't had the opportunity to do
Okay.
it this past week, but I will get a letter out to the school committee as a follow-up with an introduction of what we talked about at Finance Committee and why we send out that
Okay,
communication.
thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Action items. We need to seal the minutes of the executive session we just had. I need a motion to seal the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The next item is approval of policy FF, naming of school district facilities for a first reading as recommended by the Policy and Curriculum Subcommittee. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
I just wanted to give the public and the rest of the school committee just sort of a super high level, very quick, just to talk about why we are looking at this policy. We had a pretty light, I think it only had a handful of sentences. So this makes things a little bit more clear. There's procedure associated and it'll also be expedited. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Let me know if you have any other questions. I'm happy to answer.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? C, approval of the budget transfer request as recommended by the superintendent and the Budget Facilities Subcommittee. I need a motion
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
Discussion. See, we all went to the meeting. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. D on the agenda, approval of the Colt Andrews drainage bid as recommended by the Budget Facility Subcommittee. I need a motion
So moved.
and a second. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The next thing on the agenda is the approval of the Kickamuit Middle School rooftop HVAC system as recommended by the Budget Facilities Subcommittee. I need a motion
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? F, approval of the copier solution bid as recommended by the Budget Facilities Subcommittee. I need a motion.
So moved.
And a
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. G, approval of the purchase of additional security upgrades, blue light emergency towers, as recommended by the Budget Facilities Subcommittee.
So moved.
I need a- And as far as discussion goes, would you just explain what they are, and so the public can know that they'll be there because they're for the public, as where they're going to be, and so, because the public can use them as well as the school district.
Absolutely. So you may have seen these on typically college campuses, also on some K-12 campuses. The nearest one would be Portsmouth. They have these blue lights. So these are solar powered. They will be placed. We have 4 locations. Again, in partnership with the police department and working with our facilities team and with our security consultants about appropriate placement and where they would be appropriate for use. We have 2 at Mount Hope High School, one out by the, I think one's out by the baseball field and one's down by the football field. So 2 separate locations. Then one outdoors at Kickamuit Middle School, down closer to where the fields are. And then the 4th one will be behind Gutierrez School where we play baseball, where there's, hidden kind of by the building just for safety. So these are all safety measures. They will all be solar, so they won't be, there will be no electrical lines to the buildings. But again, in partnership with the police department, they selected the locations. When I know the exact locations, we can take some pictures and bring those back, but that's about the general area I know that they're going in.
Will these be activated for 24 hours?
Yes.
And if somebody activates them, what happens? What happens at the moment?
It's just like a 911 call. It goes directly to the police station. The police respond.
Okay. that's-
Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I'm glad that we're getting them. Thank you. Approval of the bid for contractor to develop a 5-year capital plan as recommended by the Budget Facilities Subcommittee. I need a motion.
So moved. Second.
Discussion.
I just wanted to ask if Anna could give us a little information for the public
Absolutely.
as well. Thank you.
Sure. So this will kick off stage 1 of our next 5-year master plan for facilities. Our team interviewed 2 of the submissions. We received quite a few submissions and walkthroughs. We interviewed both companies and in the end went with Colliers. They have quite a bit of experience in this area. They have an educational planner that works with them, who we met also at the interview, and just will be, we think, good partners for us as we move towards this process. They are ready after the approval tonight, I hope, approval tonight, then they will move forward immediately. They already have plans and dates getting ready to start setting up some public forums and start to get out into the buildings and do this assessment. So that is the stage 1 is an assessment of all of our facilities. So they'll do a new assessment and then help us to submit the first component of working towards the next 5-year plan for ride reimbursement.
Anybody else have any questions? I'm going to vote no on this one. So all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. Approval of the COSI program budget as recommended by the Budget Facilities Subcommittee.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
Discussion. Does anybody have any questions on what they're doing at COSI, which is great things? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Thanks, Amy. Approval of the proposed FY23 tuition rates for out-of-district students attending Bristol Warren schools as recommended by the Budget Facilities Subcommittee.
So moved. Second.
Discussion.
Do you want?
Yes, Carl?
I was just again hoping maybe for a little description for
Explanation.
explanation.
You want to give that? Who wants to?
I'm happy to do that.
Thanks.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We do have opportunities for students to attend our district from out of district. In some cases, parents move out of the community, but they want to sustain their education. So they want to know what the tuition rates are for our various levels of schools. And what we've done is calculate the cost on a elementary level and a high school level or secondary level by the number of students participating, and that's how I'm generating recommendations for reimbursement from those parents that may be setting them in. We're also setting the stage for those students that come from other districts where they're required to be paid by the sending district. And so we put that on the table to explain how those calculations are made. And I did share a chart that the state prepares annually, which shows our career and tech costs and how I'm coming up with a recommendation to take an average of the Bristol Warren costs that they've got articulated that's calculated each year and have that be our public rate. In the future, this will be tied to your budget package, so we'll include that because tuition is one of our revenue lines. And so what I would anticipate is that the tuitions would go up annually based on whatever the approved budget is. So if the budget went up 1%, I'd be probably looking at a 1% increase. So it maintains that same level of contribution to the schools. Hopefully, we can increase the number of students who are willing and wanting to attend our schools from out of district. And then those fees, of course, would help us develop further programs at our schools. So.
Anybody else? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Approval of the purchase of additional security upgrades as recommended by the superintendent. Are these security aids something that we can put out to the public, or are they something
Yep.
that we need to hold down?
So we can, this is again to help with the darkness behind Gutierrez School. It gets no light from the street lights that are on Hope Street. So these are for 5 18-foot light poles. Again, these are solar. One of the structures we want to maintain, it's historical structure, so you can't run wiring and lighting. You have to cut into the granite. So these will be solar lights, but they're high power. They will light up the parking lot. So we will have 5 poles behind Gutierrez to light up that parking lot in the evening.
Thank you. Welcome. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And the last thing on the agenda is the approval of the school property disposal, senior Chromebooks, as recommended by the superintendent. I want a motion and a second, then I want a little bit of a discussion.
So
everybody
moved.
understands.
Second.
All right, I read through this. Do you want to explain what this really means? So
Sure.
that next year, somebody doesn't,
Think it's going to happen automatically. You got it. So we are in a refresh cycle and we'll be in a regular cycle of replacing Chromebooks for students. Now, typically what we do with the Chromebooks when they get to end of life is we may take some of their screens, we may take some, Ryan, I don't even know what the other insides are we might take, but there are other pieces to the computer that we might take to use to repair machines that are in current use. However, these machines are so old that we don't need anything from these machines. And so for this round of them, seniors actually are using them currently. We would like to remove our programs from our licensing so there would be no further support after graduation, but they could keep the devices rather than us just disposing of them if they have.
but
use
we're
for
not
them.
making that
That's
a,
not going to be a regular practice because sometimes we do need the equipment to pull parts from for other equipment in the district. So when we can, we will do it rather than throwing them away. But you're right, it will not be a regular practice. It just so happens for the age of this machines, it's the most appropriate thing.
How many are we talking about?
I think that's on this list here. Although they're not totaled up, but they are all listed on here. And I'm gonna guess it's probably one for every senior, but I can count them. It might take a few minutes.
No, I just wanted to.
Approximately 200.
Probably close to 200. I can tell you on one page. Ryan, you don't know off the top of your head, do you?
I want to say 240.
Okay, thank you.
but I have to double check it.
Thank you.
any more discussion, any more
Yeah,
questions?
I do. I have a couple of.
Go.
Ryan, can I talk? Ryan, these are still operable though, right? I mean,
They
can
are
take-
operable, but they're no longer going to be supported by our infrastructure come this summer.
Right, but if they have them, they can use them in some
Yeah.
other way,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Anybody else? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. And with
I
that,
have
yes.
one question. So the SRO, we didn't add that on, and that was from the budget meeting.
Because I don't have the actuals, so
Okay.
I'll bring them
All
to
right.
our next meeting. I want to get the actuals so
Okay,
that we
I
can
just wanted to
discuss
make
it.
sure we didn't miss it.
Yep, nope.
No,
Okay. Thank you.
Just
That's it.
clarity, there's 249 on that list.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was quick.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The next time we'll see you is at graduation.
I will not be here.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna recap that.